What's going on, YouTube, fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. It's free. It helps get the video out there. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. When you are young and enjoying life, the goal is to have fun, party, find yourself, what kind of career you want, what you want in a partner, things like that. For most, that's a very exciting time to date. When you are free, no strings attached, you can take your time, go out and fill a person out. See what they have to offer, what they bring to the table. If your goals and values don't align, you can simply keep it moving with no hard feelings. But if you do find yourself feeling an individual after going out a few times, getting to know them, and you think to yourself, I want to see where this goes, and you decide to go ahead and jump into a relationship, now the whole dynamic changes. Once a person views you as their man or woman and y'all lock in, that's usually when the mask comes off and you see who you are really dealing with. Everybody is cool until feelings get involved. That's when jealousy starts to show, insecurities, possessiveness, or just playing out crazy. I'm sure we have all dealt with someone and realized, like, oh no, they throw it off a little bit. I gotta end this before it gets out of hand and somebody gets hurt. Walking away is supposed to be easy, especially if there's no attachments. But some people believe once they call you their man or woman, that's just what it is. There's no moving on, and no matter what, we will make this work and be together. It's nothing more dangerous than an ex that can't handle a breakup or control their emotions. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it to Houston, Texas to discuss the case of a man who couldn't handle a breakup with his girl, so he went to her job for revenge. Back in 2024, 29-year-old Darrell Lynn Takesha King was a young woman navigating life in H-Town. Takesha was described as loving, kind-hearted, with a big personality, and more importantly, hard-working. She took pride on standing on her own 2 feet and grinding for everything she needed, so she wouldn't have to depend on nobody else. Takesha worked at a local liquor store on South Post Oak Road in Houston, and everyone knew and loved the young lady who had been there for years. In her free time, when not at the store, she hung out with friends and family, especially her older brother, who she was very close to. But young and beautiful, of course, Takesha had men on her heels. She would often date, but that year, one man in particular caught her attention. He was at the time 39-year-old Michael Wilkerson. Even though 10 years her senior, the two dated for a minute. Feeling like she could see a future with Michael, Takesha decided they would make it official and start a relationship. At first, everything seemed good. She was happy and thought she found her person. But she soon realized Michael seemed a little bit jealous and possessive. He didn't like the male attention she got at the store. And when he wasn't around her, he would often call and text her phone multiple times. After seeing how angry he would get about small things, she had a moment of what did I get myself into? She would often talk to family and friends about Michael, stating she wasn't happy and that the man was a little bit too controlling. She decided she would make a clean break and end a relationship. And in the fall of that year, she did just that. But Michael didn't take it too well. He wanted to work things out, but Takesha told him they were better off as friends. She thought that was that and went on with her life, working and hanging out with friends. She was looking forward to hanging out with her big brother who had a birthday coming up. She would talk to him and others as she got news that Michael was asking people about her coming to the store even though the couple were done and trying to intervene if any other men showed interest in her. But Takesha still wanted to find love. So she would find herself back on the dating scene, trying to see who else was out there. As Michael got word, he told mutual associates he felt played and disrespected, and stated him and Takesha needed to talk ASAP. On November 12th, 2024, it was a typical day for the young lady. She had to work and headed to the store. When she pulled up, she was surprised to see Michael waiting outside. He told her they needed to talk, but just as friends, and he followed her inside of the store. After a few minutes, multiple shots went off. A co-worker who came in for their shift later on walked into the store and was horrified to find Takesha laying in the store, shot multiple times. They called Houston PD, who responded to the scene, but unfortunately, they were too late, and the young lady would pass away from her injuries. As an investigation started, police went straight to the store surveillance cameras. The footage showed Takesha arriving to work, a man approaching her and following her into the store. As he was talking to her and she was setting up for her shift, the man was ducking and moving any cameras he saw. After a brief conversation, shots went off. As it was determined, Takesha was shot 9 times, mostly in her back. As family and friends got the devastating news, they were heartbroken, but quickly pointed police to a suspect and pointed to Michael as the man in the video. Michael was caught almost instantly. In his police interview, he allegedly admitted to taking Takesha's life because he felt disrespected. He felt she was playing with him by breaking up with him, saying she didn't want to be with nobody, but then he heard that she was back out on the dating scene, so he went to the store to confront her about it. He stated after the fact he got rid of the clothes, threw the gun in a bayou, so it wouldn't be no evidence. Michael was taken into custody, charged with capital murder and tampering with evidence. Takesha's big brother spoke to the news about the pain he felt losing his little sister. He stated they were supposed to go out to eat on his birthday, which was the same day of the news interview, but instead he was setting up flowers by the store and planning his baby sister's funeral, all because a jealous ex couldn't control his emotions. A vigil was held for the young lady, with family and friends showing love because they stated that's what she was about. As of now, Michael's case is still awaiting trial. If convicted, he faces life in prison or the ultimate punishment by paying with his own life, because in the state of Texas, capital punishment is still very alive and well. Rest in peace to Takesha. I send my prayers and condolences to her family. She did nothing wrong in my opinion. She was a young woman, dating, looking for love. Found the person she thought she could build with, but as she found out what type of person Michael was, she broke up with him. She didn't cheat. She waited until it was over. She even remained friends with the man. But because she started back dating, he took her life, stating he felt disrespected. The worst thing in the world is a grown man or woman that can't control their emotions or feelings. I know breakups can hurt, but it's literally millions of other women in the world. You crash out over one and now go to prison. Well, ironically, you probably will have to remember Takesha as your last relationship forever, because there's no contact with women in prison. But I'm going to leave this one open for discussion. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on the situation in the comments. And remember, we got to succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, crazy story. Rest in peace to that young lady. I definitely send my prayers to her family. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Y'all leave it in the comments. Definitely tap that like button if you feeling the content. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. This is another episode of Hood Tales. It's your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.